Right lads, this is the pillage mission. We got this girly pink terrain. There's these loots. Here's one. There's one here. And there's this other one here. You've got to get on the loots and stay on the loots, and then you get points at the end of each of your opponent's turns. Now, the thing is, you only start off with 2 little units and your boss, and then all your other boys come in on your long table edge. So it's going to be a bit rough to see who comes in, but we'll see how it goes. Right, this is my war. So, that's me. I've got the big mech, and I've got this Team force field, which is well good. I've got these unit of 30 boys here. They got shooters and they got rockets, and their boss has got a knob, is a knob with a power claw. These boys, don't be fooled by their choppers, they've got shooters too. So, we was doing this nice bit of pillaging, getting all sorts of nice loot, and we sees these shiny beakies. So I says, get the hurry up wagon guys and get over here, there's a war going on. So he's got 3 trucks with more boys in, with a knob with power claws. We got these 2 units of buggies, and we got this unit of death copters here. They're going to be coming racing to our rescue.
The Orks are attacking and salvaging through the planet, so the Grey Knights have responded. They have sent a small squad of 3 acolytes, one of them armed with a bolter. Inquisitor Cotiers is leading his normal squad of 4 guys with bolt guns, 3 servitors with heavy bolters, 2 squat techno-savants who use the rules for Jokero, and 2 little goblin dudes who are actually psychers. Then we have 2 identical squads of purifiers, each with a hammer and 2 psi cannons. They are each mounted in rhinos, armed with heavy bolters with psi bolts. There is 1 larger purifier squad, with 8 men in it, with a hammer and 2 incinerators, and they are mounted in the Storm Raven. Lastly is Grandmaster Mordrak, with 5 Ghost Knights. Grey Knight turn 1. The Chimera with Cotiers and his shooty squad inside it deploy on one of the objectives. Grandmaster Mordrak deep strikes in with his squad to hold the second. The Orks, who are deployed in the other quarter of the table, are holding one of the objectives and score a point.
Think about this turn really hard, because beakies can be cunning. What I done is, I moved my boys forward and I shot at these dudes. Didn't do anything, and these guys had a bit of a run. They didn't get very far either.
Grey Knight turn 2. Both small squads of purifiers came in from reserve. Along with the Grey Knight Terminators of Grandmaster Mordrak, they shot up the large Orc mob, reducing it to 8 models. Inquisitor Cotiers also poured fire into the same mob. The 3-man squad of Imperial acolytes come on the back of the board and hide behind the Chimera.
Orc turn 2, so I says, we got to get some more boys in here or we're getting clobbered. I've got 2 trucks come up and some buggies, which is okay. These boys keeps running forward. We thought about shouting a war, but we're going to save that till it's really good. These boys is hanging back on their objective, getting us points. Lots of lovely loot. They shot their rockets up at that big beaky boxy thing over there and took its gun off the top. Not bad shooting for an Orc.
The Purifiers, along with the Chimera and the Razorback, managed to wipe out all but one of the Orcs, who has gone to ground, but he passes his leadership test. The mob of 30 Orcs and the big mech get engaged by the Storm Raven and its squad of Purifiers that come on, along with Grandmaster Mordrak and his Grey Knight Terminators. The Orcs are wiped out to a man. The Inquisitor and his retinue fire at the 2 Orc trucks, who were at the time under the custom force field protection. All their shots bounced off.
Turn 3. Now I'm dead. The rest of the knobs is thinking, who's going to be the new boss then? So they're trying really hard. This truck zoomed up here. We all jumped out and beat up some guardsmen and some of them really heavy beakies. And this truck zoomed up here and we got out and we beat up them Puri things. The shiny beakies with the big flames. We managed to get on that and started doing a bit of looting. We got a new truck on it, rolled up, and we took back that looting point over here, so we're still getting loot, that's all good. Our buggy zoomed up, More buggies came on. They zoomed on. Some buggies came up here, shot up that big flying birdie thing, no effect. We're still waiting for the copters though. Where are they?
Grey Knight turn 4. The Grey Knights down here destroyed a truck that was over there. The Storm Raven moved forward and unleashed its Mind Strike missiles at the Orc boys who had taken their objective. They, cover, managed to save them. The Razorback that had lost its weapon moved forward, getting ready to tank shock in the next turn. Over here, the Terminators and the Purifiers struggled but managed to wipe out both squads of Orcs, leaving just the Knob who was running. Inquisitor Cotiez and his henchmen, along with the firepower from the Chimera, managed to down 3 of the Orc buggies.
Orc turn 4. So, things ain't looking great. I'm not going to lie to you. The truck and the buggy came round here to have a shoot in the side of this thing. What I thought was a normal Lumi thing. So I don't really know what it's doing with beakies. Anyway, we missed, so we don't know what's in there. This Knob's running. He's obviously not going to be the next war boss with that kind of attitude. Over here, the buggies and the truck put some rockets into this here Razorback, I think. Yeah. Then we charged, that immobilised it, so then we charged in with a claw and ripped it up. Job's a good one. These gyrocopters had a good old go at shooting this big metal birdie. We hit every time, but they all bounced off. It must be really tough.
Grey Knight turn 5. The Inquisitor, plus the Terminators, wipe out the truck and the buggy that are on this side of the map. In the centre of the board, the Purifiers take shots at the buggies that are on the other side, killing one of them. The other squad of Purifiers, along with the Storm Raven and the heavy bolter Razorback that was left, shoot at the Orc mob that was occupying the last objective, killing the majority of them. They managed to resist the fear and stay on the battlefield.
Orc turn 5. When does the hurting end? There's nothing on this side of the board. We got some lads over here. These boys fell back on that objective. We otherwise thought we'd try and hurt this big birdie, so we all shot rockets. Rockets here and rockets here. We shot off some of them guns, the assault cannons. That was all we managed. Not exactly our finest hour.
So, the game ended. The Grey Knights had scored 9 points, and the Orcs had scored 4. The Grey Knights were reasonably unscathed on this side of the board, while the Orcs still had a stronghold over on this side of the board, with a large squad of gyrocopters and a squad of boys.